An Idaho man is suspected of arriving at the Curtis Meadow Apartments in Boise around 10 p.m. on Friday, January 20th, 2023. According to witnesses, he appeared to be under the influence of drugs and caused a disturbance at a unit that was known to him. He allegedly left the apartments and headed the wrong direction on a one-way towards Curtis Road at a high rate of speed. He crossed Curtis before crashing through a fence and colliding with a fifth wheel around 11 p.m. A nearby witness saw everything and called 911. Witnesses state that after hitting the RV, the suspect ran on foot and jumped a nearby fence into the area behind Charlie Brown's bar on Overland Road. Jackie, the bartender at Charlie Brown's that evening, stated that she witnessed the man entering through the back of the bar. The bar was full of people for a dart competition, and she noticed the man acting erratically, ping-ponging around the bar. She could tell he was under the influence of something. When he came and sat at the bar, Jackie refused to serve him and told him he needed to leave. Jackie said that a bouncer followed him out and witnessed him going to the strip club next door before being forcibly removed by 4 men. The man left the area and continued on foot eastbound on Overland. We arrived on scene at the same time as Ada County paramedics, Boise Fire, and police around 11:05 p.m. First responders found the vehicle empty and officers began their investigation. A Boise woman said she was driving north on Owyhee towards Hillcrest Drive around 11:15 p.m. She spotted a man in the middle of the road. The man was bleeding from his head, his shirt was torn, and he was stumbling. The woman is a first responder, so she pulled over, put on her emergency lights, and got out of her vehicle to assess how badly the man was injured and see if she could administer aid. The woman stated that the suspect forced her to the ground before he got into her vehicle. He tried to drive off, but because the car was manual, he killed it, and he was yelling unintelligibly about needing to go somewhere. The woman states that the suspect managed to get her car started and drove it straight into a tree on Hillcrest. He exited the damaged vehicle and grabbed the woman, yelling at her to get him a different car. According to the victim, he then began dragging her down the road. Neighbors Jason and Michelle heard the commotion and came outside to see what was going on. Michelle also works in healthcare, so her instinct was to run towards someone in need, and it overtook as the victim yelled at her to stay back and call 911. The suspect put his arm around the victim's neck and he attempted to choke her. Michelle's daughter calls 911 and Jason urges her to tell them to hurry up. As Ada County paramedics and Boise Fire arrived on Hillcrest Drive, the victim feigned unconsciousness to remove the suspect's focus from her. It worked. According to witnesses, he ran up to the ambulance and tried to get inside. Medics call out on the radio that they're in need of police support because a combative individual was trying to gain access to the cab. They then call out that he is trying to break the windshield before climbing on top of the ambulance. Around 11:30 p.m., we arrive on scene right behind Boise police. The suspect was still on top of the ambulance at the time and was still trying to get inside.
We always try to hit the tree, baby girl. We are accurate, and we never miss. Let's go, baby girl. We got this good. We got this, baby girl. This is our first day coming up, and we finish strong. And each and every regular death this fall, baby girl. We are getting it. We are doing it. I just got to stop the ball. It is there. You will find it!
Erek Rojas of Boise was charged with felonies for robbery, aggravated assault, malicious injury to property, and misdemeanor resisting arrest. Erek appeared in court on Monday, January 23rd, and a public defender has been appointed. Individuals that know Erek state that he is a retired Air Force veteran who has been struggling with his mental health and addiction. He was arrested in October of 2022 for misdemeanor trespassing and controlled substance abuse. The case is ongoing. Be safe, hit record, share it like it's yours.